Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery. Welcome to today's 5-minute Friday, something you can do in the garden that's nice and easy to do. And it's a follow along. We're going to plant up this container, but what it also is as well is a little bit about caring for basils in particular. And I like to do a video with the more tender plants this time of year, so we're middle of April, because all too often we see people buying and getting things like basil, and this is basil here, and putting them outside and they die because these aren't hardy plants by any stretch. Now these basils are tougher than most. We've got some cutting raised basils which I'll talk about in a minute, but basils are not hardy. There is no such thing as a hardy basil. There's hardier basils, but I still wouldn't even come close to calling them hardy. So they are, in my view, especially this time of year, a windowsill herb or a conservatory or a heated greenhouse. So we're looking to keep them realistically. It'd be lovely to keep them sort of 12, 13, 14, 15 degrees, and they will absolutely love it at 20 degrees, which most homes are. So it'll be perfect for that. So we're going to plant them into this container here, but let's meet the varieties first. We've got some really interesting ones here. So we've got Basil Pesto, and that's my favourite looking basil, and actually one of my favourite tasting ones as well. You can see that very, very lime green leaf, and it has variegations, slight tad bits of white on the leaf as well. And what's really nice about that is as it gets bigger, as it matures, because it's obviously a plug plant, that white gets bigger and you find it is even more variegated when it likes its conditions. So next to that is Red Bull. Now often from a taste point of view, this is closer to a Thai type basil. Now I know this one doesn't look very red, but if you look towards the base of the plant, you'll see the flecks of red starting on the more mature leaves. So it goes redder as it matures. And again to that, the other side of that one, we have Basil Ajaka. Now this is probably the best one we do for cooking with. It's like a traditional sweet basil, but it is tougher, it grows bigger, it's easier to care for. So really nice free basils there, and we're going to plant them in this container. Now the thing about this container is it's got no holes in it. Now often we don't like planting plants in containers without holes in it, but something like this where we're going to put it on a windowsill, then when the weather gets warming, let's say June, if we're lucky, we're going to put it on maybe in the patio or in a slightly cooler place outside. So when it's coming in and out, when it's going on a windowsill or your favourite coffee table, you don't want water leaking everywhere. So no holes will be fine for this because it's a nice deep container as well. It'll be absolutely fine. So I'm going to fill it with some multi-purpose compost. Virtually all the way to the top. Okay, just a standard good quality multi-purpose compost. I won't go all the way to the top, just shy of the top. I'll tap it down, you see it sinks, so let's tap that down again. So around about a little bit more, around about that level is perfect. And because we've got free plants and it's a round container, it doesn't really matter where you plant the plants, but we're going to do like a triangle of plants there. So all we do is grab the first plant and we just place it in the hole, not pushing it down, just tucking it in. And you're going to be amazed how quickly these basil plants get away. So how quickly they start rooting in and start growing. And plug plants like this, if they like the conditions, these basils, in around about 6 weeks you'll be able to start taking the first few tips off them and start picking them. It's as simple as that. So remember, it might be hot today. It's raining here today, but it might be hot. It was lovely on Sunday, for example, got maybe 16, 17 degrees, and you could potentially think, oh no, I'll put it out. But it is way too early for a very tender plant like this. So we're looking towards the end of May at the earliest. We want no frost at all and nice warm weather for these to go outside. So it's windowsill at the moment. Any questions at all, get in contact. We're here to help. See you soon.